This week's Trials map is Burning Shrine, undoubtedly Bungie's favorite map, and has been played the most out of any map in Trials. With many new Guardians joining the fight with the Rise of Iron, it is important that you all understand how to function the best on this map so that you can go flawless. So without further ado, let's get into this. We'll first analyze the inside spawn. Spawning here undoubtedly gives you an advantage due to it giving your team control of every special box as well as the control point. Here, you generally want to control as much of the inside as possible. This way you can keep eyes on all the enemies' approach options as well as control the special and capture point. With 3 choke points that the enemy must push through, it's pretty easy to keep tabs on every single tunnel and lock down the inside. On the first round, I recommend sending one person far left in the small tunnel, which is over here, one guy middle, which is right here, and then one guy straight ahead into the large tunnel. Then, based off of what the other team does and whether or not you get your shit kicked in, adapt to this. So, say they send 3 into the small tunnel and your far left man just needs a little bit of help, then send your guy who's in the big tunnel into the small tunnel lane. That way you have 2 in the small tunnel, 1 middle, and you can like pinch shoot against the guys who if they all go left. So, if you get destroyed and you feel like you can't beat the people going all far left tunnel, after 1 or 2 rounds in this engagement, try sending one guy into their spawn to dank, flank, and spank. One last thing that should be noted is that a lot of teams like to camp outside with the sun at their backs. If you notice the other team doing this, just don't engage them. The sun will fuck with you super hard, and honestly, it takes a lot away from this map. Make them push in for the point if they want to play slow as fuck, and just don't play into their advantage. Now time for the outside spawn. Just about the only advantage you really have is the sun, which if you can annoy the other team enough and get them to be impatient, you can probably force them into an engagement where they have to go against the sun, giving you a clear advantage. So sniping out here is pretty great, for the sun can sometimes even block out the red dot that appears when you ADS. So for the first round, I like to send 2 people straight ahead through the small tunnel and 1 left either into the middle or all the way right to flank. Then, after this round, analyze how the other team plays, and based off of that, adapt. If you can't win inside, then just stay out and camp. Otherwise, move in and take control. Having 1 or 2 snipers out here will do you good, so I strongly recommend that. Now, speaking of snipers, let's talk about the weapons. At least 1 sniper is a really good idea, though 2 will not hurt you, particularly outside. But you need to have at least 1 shotgunner for those close range engagements as well as to form a strong push. So scouts like the Mida or Distant Star will do you justice as well as pulses. The new Trials pulse is particularly great though because it will help you with the target acquisition when forced to look into the sun by outlining your opponent. And lastly, we have hand cannons, and they can really perform well here, though there are quite a few long range battles that occur, so you can easily be left at a disadvantage in ranged battles. Lastly, we have the supers, and honestly, just use whatever subclass you're most comfortable with. Anything can perform well on this map, basically even defender. Though, actually that might be a stretch, I don't know. That's gonna wrap up this video. Thank you so much for watching, and while you're still here, feel free to check out the number of other Trials videos I have, including the best weapons to use for Trials. That is all I have for you guys today. Peace.